Over the last 2 weeks, we've been learning about noun groups and nominalisation, and this is our first assessment to see how you understand those skills. I'm going to break the assessment into parts, and the first part is all about noun groups, which is the most recent activity that you've completed. The reason we want to know about noun groups is because it allows us to take text and make it more concise and clear, which is a really important skill to use in your own writing. For part 1, I've given you a small body of text, and what you're going to do is create some noun groups within that text in order to combine some sentences in the writing and be more concise. The challenge in this case is, unlike last time you did this, all of the sentences are packed together into one chunk of text. So it's going to be up to you to find out where the opportunity is to create the noun group and what parts of this paragraph refer to that noun group. To help you, I've added a couple of hints in the table below, which is the same table that you used in the previous activity. Similar to last time, I recommend using colours to highlight each part of the noun. So for example, the word bungees in this case has already been indicated, and I can see the word bungee in this first sentence. To help me with this, I can highlight this word red. What we need to think about in this sentence is what the bungees would refer to. In this case, we've added the apostrophe and the S, saying bungees as though they own something. So what is it that they own that would go into the thing area? For another example, we can see the word player base. If we search through the text, we can find the term player base right here. I'll highlight that green so it's consistent. What we have to think about here though is what are some of the words that might describe, intensify, or point towards that noun player base. The third and fourth noun groups are the same. Look for the hints that I've given you in each column and see if you can figure out what thing these words apply to. There will also be some other words that you might be able to put into some of these other columns. Once you've formed your 4 noun groups, you're then going to use those to create 4 sentences. Similar to what you did in the previous activity, once you've highlighted everything above to do with the noun groups, the writing that's left over is going to describe the action that that noun is doing. Look at the break between sentences in these cases to help you. For example, the second sentence reads, was released in 2017. So we ask ourselves, what was released in 2017? Now the answer might already be coming to your mind, but I'm not going to tell you in this case. What you should be looking at is your noun groups and thinking, well, which of these noun groups was released in 2017? In a similar way, we can look at this fourth sentence. This means that there are always people online who are looking to team up. So what noun could mean that there's people looking to team up? Which one of these might be able to start that sentence? Hopefully you can create 4 sentences that feature each of your 4 noun groups. In the case that you struggle to create a noun group, please make sure you talk to me in class. The sentences don't need to capture every detail that's in the paragraph, but we do want them to make sense. So remember that a sentence can't just be a noun group. It needs to have something that that noun group is doing. For the last stage of this part, I want you to then grab those 4 sentences, which is a relatively quick and easy thing to do, and put them all into one paragraph below. I want you to be able to see the difference between where the paragraph was at the beginning and how you've changed it to make it clearer and more concise. Once you do that, you'll have completed the first part of the assessment and demonstrated the learning that you've done over the last couple of weeks.